Hi, my name is Whitney, and I'm based in Texas in the United States. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and why I started this blog. And then I'm going to do my first vlog entry for the day on some of life's daily challenges and lessons learned. Maybe there isn't a lesson learned yet, but hopefully one soon so I can continue to grow. So like I said, my name is Whitney, and I started this vlog because I'm starting a spiritual journey, working on growth and development of myself. And I'm about to be 43. I've got 2 kids. I've got a teen, and then I also have a very young 4-year-old, almost 5. He's rambunctious, full of life, and then I'm also married. And I also have been a career woman, working mom, my whole life since I was 18, and always made sure I had a job and provided for my family. So career woman and working in tech sales, like consulting. Not something I've been super passionate about, but something that I've been doing, and I've got a love for the outdoors and people and helping others. Being very introspective and always working to grow and work on myself, and I feel like I'm a pretty empathetic person, and I like to help people, and I think that can be like and I'm very outspoken. So those last 2 things can be some of my best and worst qualities about myself, is that I'm honest and I'm outspoken. I oftentimes rub people the wrong way, and I care about everybody and value their opinions, even though I probably shouldn't. And I want to see other people succeed and do well, and I want love and feel love and give love, and I want to be happy. And I have a belief that, also that like when we work hard, hopefully success will follow. And then some more details about me is like I've had I would say a rough life, but the last few years has been very challenging, or had a certain set of difficulties that have taught me a lot about myself and things to work on and things that I need to grow from. I'll say the journey kind of started. The journey's always been going, but I'm divorced, so that was a struggle in itself, was growing from that and learning to be independent and a single mom, finding love again, opening my heart, and getting married, getting pregnant, and then I lost my father unexpectedly, and that was very difficult for me. Going through that journey and that grieving process took a while, and there are still times like today that I really miss my dad. I miss talking to him and hearing, just things like put on your big girl panties and grow up, or, life isn't always going to be easy, but you got to be happy, or the grass isn't always greener on the other side, or nothing's free in life. You got to put the work into it. Growth is work. So many good lessons. And then during the pandemic, and working and going back to work, we moved. That was such a blessing. We got a nice big house and all, like the American dream, nice cars, nice home. But it was at a time when my daughter was really facing a lot of internal struggles, and at the time she was 13. She attempted suicide, and that was very hard on me, hard on her, obviously. PTSD for me, PTSD for her, for some of the traumas that she had been through. I had to leave work and discover myself and try to find balance, and try to show her how to be happy and be able to be there to support her through that difficult time and through her journey. While it was hers, I still, as her mother, there was a lot of things I needed to do to be there for her and to help her out. And I couldn't work and do that. I literally broke and was falling apart. I had a newborn baby. I just suffered a miscarriage. She just attempted to kill herself, had gone to the hospital. It was a very traumatic time for me in my life. And that was followed by 2 more subsequent miscarriages. And then my husband losing his job, being unemployed for 9 months. Life has not been easy. Life has been hard. And I think that through all of that, one of the biggest things I've learned is that life is precious. We get one time to live. And I realize that my life is often living for other people or doing for them and not always doing for myself. It's taken me a very long time to see that I've had to heal from some of these traumas, and those are just like the big ones, the ones that I feel like have changed me as a person. Moments in time where I realize like they've been very difficult. And anyways, so here I am today, and I realize I've spent all my life trying to support others or be there for others, and I love my family unconditionally, and it's what moves me. But then when I take a step back and I take pause, I realize I don't really know myself or what makes me happy. And I think that I've been trying to find balance in my life because I felt like I've had to be perfect at everything and do things for everyone else. Be the provider of the household, pay the bills, make sure that everything's kept up, make sure that, my family has what they need to get to all of their events, to their sports, that they're enjoying life, that, life is running smoothly for my husband, smoothly for my kids, and getting them to their appointments and their therapies and their sports and their activities, and dinners made. And I'm providing those moments where like that foundation and structure, all while also trying to be the best at my job so I can continue to grow and be top performer and get raises and keep my job because I work in sales, so performance is like a really big thing. And then also be fit and healthy and look a certain way. It's just been really hard. And I've come to think of like, all for what? And I've not been happy in my job, all for what? Because at the end of the day, like, I'm living my life for everyone else, but when they leave or they die or I die, I'm all alone, and I have to look back on my life and ask myself, what did I do for myself to be happy and to be at peace and to have balance? And I realized I needed to heal from a lot of that trauma and a lot of the stories and that I built of myself, of like, I have to be a good mom, I have to be a top performer, I have to be this as a wife, I have to pay the bills, I have to. Failure is not an option. And so I thought that I'd gotten farther enough in my own spiritual growth and development that I could let go of that attachment of like my career, my job, to find something that moved me, that fulfilled me and filled my cup. And I put in my 2-week notice last week, went through the weekend. I was strong, I was motivated, I was happy. they get to Monday and it's like, oh shit, what did I do? And so here I am contemplating, like, did I make the right choice? Am I going to be able to be successful? I have 0 clients. Who's going to want Reiki? Who's going to listen to me? I'm not a therapist. I'm just a regular old person. And I'm not here to help anyone. I can't help anyone on their journey. So how is this going to be a career? And then feeling like I am failing at, now I'm going to be dropping the balls of all of these things and stories I've held up for myself of being a good mom. What does being a good mom means? That means taking your kids to sports, getting them involved in activities, being there for them, loving them, having a house, a home, being able to provide, making sure my husband isn't stressed or pulling more weight. And I feel like I'm not going to be doing that now. Now I feel like I'm putting this added pressure on him. All for what? To make me happy? I'm very lost, and I feel I'm hesitating, or I don't say hesitating, I feel like I made a mistake on quitting my job. And all I can do now is to say, this is where I have to dig into my Reiki practice and try to find balance and peace and neutrality, and let these attachments and these worries and these fears go, and really be Reiki, which is what I'm not right now, because I'm worrying about all the things that haven't happened and all the things that could happen by me being unemployed and having made this decision or this choice. So all I can do now is work on healing and hope that I can soften some of these attachments and these stories I've created for myself, and try to be present and live in the moment and not worry about tomorrow or the action of what I've done. Maybe it is a mistake, but I hope it's one that I can grow from and doesn't hurt anyone. So, my intent for anyone else that is going through a difficult time or making choices in their life where they're trying to put themselves before others, and you need to love yourself as much as you love others. In order to do that, it sometimes takes healing. So my intent is to share, be vulnerable, so that way others can know that they're not alone in journeying through some of life's difficult moments or some of the choices that they make, and show them Reiki, so that way together, like collectively, I think as people, when we are at peace, those around us are at peace. So I'm hoping that through my own healing that you can heal too, and start to find balance and a moment of peace. So in Reiki, that's really what it is. It's a personal journey. It's a journey within yourself, so that way you can seek balance and peace and enlightenment. And when we are at peace and we're in balance, we get out of the way of our own selves. We allow our bodies to heal. Reiki is a Japanese word that means universal life energy. And so we're healing with this energy that moves through us. All of us possess this energy. In the East, it's called ki. So when we are in discontentment, we're upset, we're fearful, we're worried, we're angry, our energy starts to become blocked or held up. And when it's blocked or clogged or held up, disease manifests. And this is where we start to see hypertension, anxiety, depression, stomach ulcers or issues, indigestion issues, body aches, you name it. A lot of things are manifested because our balance, our energy is out of sync. And I know that when I am at peace and I work on this, I feel better. I feel better afterwards. It feels like a weight has been lifted. And I start to gain some clarity on myself and can start to take on some of these things that are just seem so massive and so hard to face. Reiki helps me soften it so I can look inward and really face the big scary monster and do some of the shadow work that's needed in order to heal, so that way I can grow and be at peace and be balanced and be happy. And that's what I hope for everyone else through this. So the way that we're going to start is we're going to start with dry bathing. And so you're going to take your right hand and go over your shoulder, down across your body to your right side. Take your left hand, go to your right shoulder, bring it down and across. Other side. You're going to bring out your left hand. You're going to swipe the energy off. All right. Now you're going to place your hands in Gasho. It's like a prayer position, but we're not praying. This is not religious. It's just really thanking universal life energy for being here and working with us. And so now what we're going to do is something called Joshin Kokyo-ho. It's a Japanese form of meditation. And we're going to think about breathing light in through our mouth and going all the way up to our crown and all the way down every chakra of our body. So you can think of your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your stomach, your lower abdomen, and your private area. And you're going to breathe that light all the way down and filling up your body and your energy with the light. And your body will be exuding this light. And then when you breathe out, the light is going to push out all around you. And so it's a very purposeful meditation. It's called soul cleansing breath. So you're breathing in that light. You're being aware of your breath. Bring it in, top to bottom. And then when you breathe out, you're going to expand that light outside of yourself. And then we do it until our minds and our bodies are calm and still. For me, it usually takes me 3 or 5 breaths before my racing thoughts stop. So I'm going to do it, and we can do it together. Feel a little bit more balanced and at rest and at ease. And so now we're going to say the Reiki precepts. There are 5 of them, and this is something that we want to try to work on as a daily practice, and it's just for today. When we think of it just for today, it's not as overwhelming. So I'm going to say them in Japanese, and then I'll say them in English, and then we'll start self-healing. Just for today, I'm not going to be angry. Just for today, I'm not going to worry. Just for today, I'm going to show gratitude. Just for today, I'm going to do my work diligently. And just for today, I'll be kind to all things. Kyo daki wa ikaruna, shinpasuna, kancha shite, gyo o hagame, hito ni shinsetsu ni. All right. So now when we go through our healing practice, you don't need to be attuned for Reiki. If someone tells you that, that's not true. You can heal by hand placements and thinking on your breath, because that's what Reiki is it's working on yourself. It's self-work. So the first hand placement is over your eyes, and then we're going to go on the side of our face, and then our head, and our throat, and then our heart. And we're going to stop there. That'll be enough for today. Now, we put your hands over your eyes. Think about your breath, breathing in. And again, that breath going all the way down to your stomach, below your belly button. And you breathe out. And if your mind wanders, that's okay. Come back to your breath and think about nothing but your breath and awareness of how your hands and your body maybe feel and where you have tension. And if you find tension in an area, focus your attention there until it goes away. Okay, now we're going to put our hands on the side of each side of our temples. Okay, you're going to put your right hand on the top of your forehead and your left hand right on the back of your head, above your neck, the bottom of your skull. All right. Now take both hands in here, kind of go around your neck, around your throat chakra. All right. And last one that we're going to do for today is your heart chakra. So you're going to take your two hands and your fingertips are going to touch. And for me, as a woman, I put my hands right over it's like my two boobs directly. All right. Or thank Reiki for the healing. All right, I hope that helps someone. And the next time you have those big moments, you can walk back through the ending of this video and start on healing. You don't need to do all of the hand placements, as over time you could even just do one. But to make it simple, I just started with, the upper body today. Thank you.